Hello Scorpio, welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot channel and thank you for joining me in your reading. So I've already got a few cards for you and your reading is about relationships. Okay, let me show you your cards. So just sit back and relax and just allow these messages to really, uh, you know, connect with whatever is coming up in the messages and whatever it is that you are going through at this point in time. So your first card is the South Node. Okay. Second card is the Libra sign, which is of relationships as well as partnerships. So it could be a business partnership also. Otherwise, it's a close connection, a close relationship. And you've got the third house, right? So here, um, your reading focuses on relationships, partnerships. Now let me get a little more tarot and get into the details of your reading. See, here your reading is telling you that you know you are thinking about a specific relationship, a specific partnership, but you need to kind of think through things before you take a call. There is some change needs to come either in your thought process or in the relationship before you take a decision. You got the Queen of Swords and you have the Hierophant. See, you feel that with respect to this relationship, it could be a very close friendship, it could be a marriage, it could be a business partnership, and it could be someone you are you're dating and you're considering the relationship seriously. So these are the four parameters we are discussing, but the question here is about disconnecting from a relationship. Okay, your whole reading is about remembering why you have connected with this person, why this person has come into your life, and now what is it that you want in your relationship. What is the next thing you want? With the Queen of Swords, you are looking at your relationship, um, even thinking about your relationship a lot, and you're quite clear in your head what is working and what is not working. So for those of you where it is leaning on the side of not working and you want to move away because you see nothing good coming out of it, from nothing good coming from it for you, and some of you just might feel that this is really not meant for me, where you just kind of started out on a relationship, but this is the time to really think things through the way you already are thinking. And with the Hierophant card over here, it is telling you that there is this is the time for you to not for you to just be with this thought process, be with this relationship, and not take a call on disconnecting. Though you feel that there is nothing left in this, it's a very you're just going with the relationship, keeping the balance, maintaining things the way they are, but in your mind you're quite detached from this person. Okay, got the Judgment card and the Nine of Coins. You have been looking back on the journey you've had with this person, and you have felt that you're pretty good on your own without them. And for some of you, you look back, you realize the journey was fine, it was okay, but now it doesn't seem to bother you. At a certain level, you are quite content and peaceful with what happened. Probably did not work out, but whatever you shared with this person or with this partner, when you look back, it doesn't disturb you. You feel fine, you feel it's good, you handled it well, you did what you were supposed to do, as the as a partner should do, or as a spouse you should do, or as a friend you should do. You don't have any qualms about that. You do not, at least at this point in time, no Scorpio, you don't feel any regret, you don't feel any pangs, you don't feel any hurt or sorrow about what has transpired between you and someone in the past. You're quite at peace with your past, and that is when you're realizing and you can think very clearly that it's okay, it's fine, I don't hold anything, I don't hold any grudges, I don't hold any regret, I don't even hold any sadness. I'm feeling very good about what I did and where I have reached. But now there is nothing left in this relationship to continue with it. Of course the feelings are not there, because you've not got any cup cards, you've got pentacles and you've got swords, right? So you are thinking through it, and you feel that it doesn't interest you anymore. And with the Nine of Pentacles, you're quite practical and realistic about and quite content being on your own without this person. You feel that you're quite good without them, and that you can manage very well. In fact, you might be feeling that you manage better without them being around. You've got the Lovers card, and you've got the Five of Cups. Okay, so what's coming up for you, Scorpio? See, this is the time to not go in for any new, don't bring in any new element of, let things be the way they are. You need to spend a lot of time considering various options and various ideas as far as this relationship goes. See, you've got the Lovers card, you've got the choice, what do you want to do? And you also have Five of Cups. This is the only cup card which you have got, and it is not a very pleasant one. You still have, like over here in the recent past, you do feel quite, like I mentioned, quite good without being on your own and whatever has happened in the past. But now with the Lovers card over here, you feel that you do not want to get into another relationship, or continue with this relationship, or take this relationship any further, because there was a certain amount of pain you experienced with this person and this connection which you do not want to repeat. For now you're not looking at either, see, this is not the time to disconnect, definitely not. Okay, because something needs to be cleared, something needs, some little remnants are there. You are looking at looking after yourself only, and now you do not want to consider another relationship, because you do not want to get into the sadness which you experienced in the past relationship. You probably want to wait for a really nice connection to come up before you can start thinking about it. But at this point in time, you feel that no, I should look after myself, I should not be going into a relationship at all, because you feel that lest this whole pattern repeats. And that is why you are being told, give it time and think about it. It's not necessary that there's no one pattern which keeps repeating in life, Scorpio. With every person there is a different karmic connection, there's a different equation, there's a different give and take, right? But yes, once bitten twice shy. One does not want to get into something so soon, or start even considering something so soon, when you would want a little more space for yourself to think through things clearly. You're not even sure whether you want to continue with this relationship or no, or disconnect, though you feel that disconnection is there. You don't connect with this person too much now. You're separate in, like it's two individuals together. There is no connection between you, nothing really binds you to them, nothing really connects you to them. So you are part of this partnership and this relationship, but don't feel connected. And that is why this whole thing of disconnecting, moving on, should I stay on, should I move on, that is there. But definitely you need to look after yourself, and also make sure that if you have any sadness left about what you experienced in the past, that also needs to be resolved, so that you can move on and move away from this relationship without any lingering or residual emotions. Because what if the past comes up, right? So the past memories also need to be dealt with and released. And you need some time for yourself to clear that up before you can move on to another relationship or consider another relationship. A little bit is left, so just go through all of that, look after yourself, clear up all of this. Think, go revise the judgment card. You need to accept whatever has happened wholeheartedly without blaming yourself, without blaming anyone. Remember, it is at times we need to do a lot more for the other person because we owe them that debt, right? So that is one way of looking at it, and don't take anything personally. It's part of your journey. We all meet, pleasant people and unpleasant people. But that was, I mean, part of your journey, so don't hold on to it that you are like that, or you attract people like that, or that why was this person like that. The wheel of life is constantly moving, and we also need to move constantly with this. But yes, as far as this relationship is concerned, you need to release the last few residual remnants of this, and make sure that you're feeling confident enough of leaving and confident enough of moving on to another relationship. That should be there, and that should be cleared up before you take a decision. So whatever it is, you still need to think about this and clear it up a little more. Okay, but this is not the time to decide. This is the time to do a little more work, emotional work, and emotional release with respect to this relationship. Be very clear so that when you look back, you don't have any pangs, you don't have any regret, you don't, you're quite neutral to it. I mean, you might feel that yes, it was difficult, it was tough, but then you will not have, it won't, stir up memories, painful memories in your heart and mind. That should not be there. The moment you reach that stage, that means you have, very nicely balanced it out for yourself and come to terms with it without holding any emotional residue. That's the time you will know that you have really, really accepted everything wholeheartedly and it does not bother you anymore. Okay, so if you found this helpful, Scorpio, do give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you again with another reading soon.